Hey guys, Oscar here for Notagrouch, Notagrouch.com. Back at you with some business tips, but this is more about life. So, I don't even know whether I finished publishing all the videos that where I kind of got a little deep or heavy into life stuff. Those may come after today's video. Forgive me, I'm just trying to publish as much as I can of the good stuff that I have recorded. If you only saw how much video I have that doesn't make it to even to the cutting floor, it doesn't even make it to the editing windows, just because sometimes it's just crap. So hopefully you appreciate the videos I do put out, and I appreciate you watching this, taking the time to, a few minutes of your day to watch this. I really, really appreciate it. But yesterday I had a talk with somebody about motivational speakers and just getting motivation. And we ended up really kind of jiving in this same mindset that sometimes we need a little pep talk and it helps us out. I've been going through some pretty rough times over the past couple months. So this is especially timely for me. Maybe it is for you as well. Some of you believe in something called Mercury retrograde. I don't believe in any astrology stuff, although I find it fascinating. I do like to entertain the coincidences that we see. I call them coincidences. You may call them Mercury retrograde. But in any case, if you're a business owner, an athlete, sometimes a parent, definitely an entrepreneur, there are certain things that we have that other people don't have. And I don't mean that to say to be in a we're better than them type of proposition. It's just different ways we look at the world. And at least for me, and almost every entrepreneur I've worked with, talked to, or rubbed shoulders with, they appreciate a good motivational session. And that may be somebody telling you, like a good friend, somebody you admire, somebody you respect, your coach. Maybe if you go to church, it's your pastor. Maybe if you don't go to church, it's just some sort of counselor or an advisor. And we ended up talking about some of the people that we really like and how, and it seems like it works the same way for both of us. Sometimes you can be down in the dumps, like terrible, like your life is not even worth living, like everything you do sucks, and we get into this rut. And it sucks because the way that our mind works, sometimes when we're really, really down in our work or focus on something, we start losing sight of other things. And when what we're working on, dedicating every minute, or every hour, or every year, it can be a short term, it can be a long term. Everything that we put into this is not working the way we want it to. We start doubting ourselves. We start wondering, did we waste our time? Did we waste all this time? And then somebody comes along and inadvertently, maybe they're even well-meaning, they accentuate that feeling by asking you loaded questions or negative questions or questions that only have a negative answer. And you're like, great, see, I knew it. I knew this was worse. I knew this wasn't right. I knew this wasn't working. And you just want to throw in the towel. Well, first, what I really want to talk about is who or what motivates you. What snaps you out of that and says, okay, I'm ready to jump back on the saddle and take on the world. That's what I want to ask you. But I want to let you know, if you are feeling right now like you want to throw in the towel, believe me, I've been there. I've been there as close as just a few days ago. I've been there last year. I've been there the year before. But every time, every single time, I literally pick up the towel to throw it and say, fuck it all. Things change. And I think there's a reason for that. One is that maybe, just maybe, like I have an Instagram post of a guy that's digging a tunnel, and a guy above him is digging a tunnel as well, in the same location, and they're both looking for diamonds. And one of them is this close to the diamond, and the other guy still has a way to go, but he's already given up. He's already saying, no, screw it. And I honestly feel like that moment when you're about to give and throw in the towel is that second guy that has just one more dig at the wall to get the diamonds. So I really feel like that's what happens. I tell the story about when I first started my business. Things were not going good at all, but I wasn't being patient. And this is about, I want to say 3 or 4 months into it, I was ready to give up. Yeah, 3 months. And so, I sat down on my computer to write an email to ask for my job back at my old company with, I wrote a long letter to my boss and his boss, basically saying, hey, I screwed up. This is not working out, long apologetic. I felt kind of like a dog coming back home with a tail between his legs, knowing that he's going to get in trouble for something. And this was late at night, maybe 2 in the morning. And there's a rule about email that you don't send an email when you're on a distressed emotional state. You don't send an email when you're angry, and you don't send an email when you're desperate. And I was all of those. So I said, okay, I wrote it, check that off the list, leave it as a draft. Tomorrow I'll send it. I went to bed with all that stress, all that anxiety, conflict in my life with other people, and woke up still angry, still irritated, but hopeful that my email will be well received. And I went to the email, I reread it, made a couple of changes, fixed some grammar errors, spelling errors, that kind of stuff. Went downstairs, made some breakfast, came back up. I said, okay, I want to send this email when the people are at their desk so they get it, because I know how they work. I worked with them for 7 years or something. And sure enough, I got back to my computer, I was ready to send it. And in that moment, 2 new emails arrived. A third one just moments later from clients I had given up on, that I already thought they had turned me down. And in fact, one of them said, no, thank you, we don't need it. We don't want it. We're not ready to spend the money. And all of them said, yes, let's do it. So the proposals I had been working on, the lead building, the selling paid off. And at that moment, that's when that, sometimes it's a cheesy phrase, but it will be okay. That's when that hit me. Because here I am putting all this work, putting all this effort, like crazy, long hours, doing things I really didn't want to do just to get the client. And it finally happened, and that was huge. And ever since then, I've never given up. So this person and I were talking about it, and what makes you like a motivational speaker? So that's one thing we talked about. Maybe I'll come to that later. But what I really want to know is, how do you find motivation? I want to hear about this, because I think people have a lot of different perspectives on it. A lot of people think that motivational speakers are cheesy or cringe or unnecessary. And they say, well, if you have it in you, why do you need someone else to tell you about it? And it's just like a coach. It's just like a sports coach. Yeah, you may have all the skills in the world. You may have the best backhand, the best serve. You can have a killer 3-point shot, but you will miss. And those things take little chips at you. And so I thought, I want to know what pumps you up. What makes you want to go take on the world? For me, I listen to bits and pieces of Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, a couple other people I can't think of their names at this moment. Gary Vaynerchuk pumps me up like no other. I think for people in my generation, Gary Vaynerchuk is like the older brother that we didn't have. The older brother that kicks ass. Even though he's an online personality, he just seems like he will be there for you. And so just the way he talks, the way he approaches business, besides his motivational talks, it's just how I think business works in today's day and age. So it motivates me in a practical way, but also emotionally. In my blog, I have a rise and grind blog post about the most motivational commercial I've ever seen. I talk about it all the time. I tell it to clients. I show it to people. It used to be my alarm clock sound. So I was just having this conversation with this person really opened up the doors to wonder, well, maybe there's a lot of other people that like this kind of stuff. And I would love to hear what you fall back on, or what motivates you. Is it church? Is it God? Is it your faith? Is it a friend? Is it a meetup? When I go to my meetups, aside from all the people I told you about, when I go to my meetups, I get reinvigorated because everybody is there. We have a common goal. We can help each other. And in that bubble, nothing else outside matters. There's naysayers, there's haters, there's a lot of negative influences. And we ourselves are negative sometimes. But when you have a common goal with a group of people, all of that is easily overlooked in exchange for seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, the success in the distance, and a clear path to get there. So let me know in the comments. Private message me if you don't want to post it. I would love to hear it. Until tomorrow, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hey, and if you made it all the way to the end of the video, which you did, click on one of those videos right here. One of them is the latest video I posted besides this one, and one is the one that YouTube recommends for you. And there should be a picture in my face where you can actually subscribe to the channel so you get notified. See you later.